Hey guys, welcome, good morning, welcome to the replay, and welcome to today's show. I'm starting a little bit different time today because I just wanted to spend a little bit more time trying to define this and define what it is. Grant, I'm sorry I didn't get to your thing on Facebook yet. Gotta calm down, buddy. So, but yeah, you guys, I just wanted to talk about what is happiness today. And so I'm going to be reading quite a little bit from my notes that I was taking. Just be happy. Yes, exactly. But I'm going to wait for just a second while you guys hop in here, while you guys jump in. And I get set up here on Periscope. I've been studying happiness for a little while. I've been studying it for probably the last year or so, and I'm hoping to get into this master's program where I'll be able to study it formally as a university student, a graduate student of positive psychology. So today I want to talk about what is happiness. And those of you who are here, my name is Andy Proctor. Anybody who's new, please let me know that you're new, that you've never been here before. I'd love to see you come back. You're calling me, I should leave then. Don't want to disturb your happiness. Dude, no worries, man. It's all good. So you're new. Okay, awesome. Welcome, keeping eye. I couldn't get your name. Also tell me what your name is if you're new. So yeah, tell me your name, and if you're new, I'd love to. Drew, that's a cool name. My name is Andrew. I go by Andy, but that's awesome, Drew. Gabby, you're new. That's awesome. Good to see you guys here. Please come back for more. I talk about the positive psychology and the science of happiness every single day. So I'd love to have you back. Please follow if you are interested in finding out more about happiness and how you can be more happy. So today, we're going to talk about the definition of happiness. Happiness is me. Happiness is you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to be happy, and I try to share positivity with everyone. So I want to share this about happiness today. Okay. Today we're just going to be talking about the definition of happiness. I did a scope a couple days ago about what do you think happiness is? Hello. How are you doing, Zoe? And I asked people on Periscope, I asked people on Facebook Live, and got a lot of really interesting answers from people of what they thought happiness was to them. And happiness, like Aristotle said, happiness is the end and aim of our existence. What do you guys think about that? I love that. Anybody from the United States, I don't know how many of you guys, Periscope is a worldwide platform, but the United States Declaration of Independence says, that we have an inalienable right as human beings to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right? So, so I think it's a powerful statement. So, no matter, hello from Russia. So, whether you're from Russia or the United States or any country, every human, I believe, does have that right to pursue happiness, and every human, I believe, can. Everyone can actually pursue it. So the question is, what is happiness? Can we actually pursue happiness, right? I'm just going to put this back here so that it's easier to see some of my notes and you guys don't think I'm looking away from you. So philosophically seems completely impossible to reach happiness. Yeah, from a philosophical standpoint, right? But from a research standpoint and an applied research standpoint, I believe it's not impossible. So that's a good question though. But can we pursue happiness, or do we stumble upon it haphazardly without knowing how it got to us and how to get it again? Right? A lot of people wonder about that. How can we attain and sustain the ideal of happiness? So that's the question that I want to try to deal with a little bit today. And I agree with Aristotle, and I believe that as humans we are capable of finding and retaining happiness, and positive psychology has shown that. So I believe that the happy life is it's an ideal that can be attained and maintained and sustained. I think it's possible to do that. So, and I don't know, do you guys have a good connection here? I'm like, it looked like we had a bunch of people in here, and all of a sudden it just dropped. Are you guys seeing it still? Are you guys still here? So if you're here, please let me know that you are here. And it's interesting because Periscope came out with okay, awesome. So you guys are still here. Awesome. Thank you so much for saying that, Jose and Lula. So perfect quality. Great. Awesome. I'm so glad. So weird. Yeah, Periscope came out with an update yesterday talking about, a different way of measuring how many people are in the room, and the numbers are different. So yeah, but it's good. I'm glad you guys are here. So what is happiness? Okay. I believe virtually every human can go after it and get it and keep it, okay? And from a positive psychology standpoint, I want to talk about what it is today, and why it is so important to pursue. And specifically today, we're just going to talk about what is happiness. And I'd love to have you come back later for more presentations about, and more broadcasts, more scopes about, how to attain that, what it is you can do to go after that. So you're going to go ahead and be blocked because we're not going to talk about that. So yeah, so happiness is experienced in a lot of ways. The field of positive psychology has labeled happiness as subjective well-being, okay? It is subjective, so that means it's not objective, it's subjective, and therefore is experienced in different ways for everyone. Yet there are common and standardized ways for everyone. Everyone can use it, and everyone can get it. So the experience of subjective well-being can occur within, but not limited to, the following. Okay, guys. So these. And you can see in my title, I've done, I said PERMA 51. Okay, so PERMA is an acronym that I'm going to use to help everyone to remember what happiness. Happy Friday to you too, Manny. What's up? So PERMA is the acronym that I'd like to use today to help us remember, and it's used in the research as well by Marty Seligman, who's kind of the father of positive psychology and who's done tons of research on this, okay? So PERMA, so remember that, P-E-R-M-A, PERMA, okay? So we're going to talk about this in order. And this, to me, what happiness is, and this is what the research says is what happiness is, okay? So PERMA, so starting with the P of PERMA, which is positive emotion. Barbara Friedrichsen is like awesome. She's done a ton of research on positive emotion. Amazing stuff. And this is just the book that she's used to explain her research. It's called Positivity, and she talks about 10 positive emotions that we can experience. Okay, and I don't think it's limited to these 10, but these 10 have been heavily researched by her and by many others. Okay, so heartfelt positivity can be felt within these 10 positive emotions. You guys have probably, hopefully, all felt at least one of these, right? Probably multiple. So what are these? So there's joy, gratitude. Thank you. So joy, gratitude, serenity, interest, hope, pride, amusement, inspiration, awe, and love. Okay, so those are all positive emotions. Those are things that we can feel, that we can, that we can actually pursue, that sometimes, we don't know why it got to us. Like Daniel Gilbert has talked about, in his book called Stumbling Upon Happiness. He talks about how we're really bad at predicting what we are going to be like. So, he talks about how it is kind of a haphazard occurrence for a lot of these positive emotions. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try to light up the broadcast as much as I can with positive emotion and with happiness, because you guys, it's so important to be happy. And this isn't just like fluffy happiness, right? Happiness and positive psychology, positivity changes lives. It changes your productivity. It helps your brain function better. People who are, you know, people who are happier are more productive. They make more money. They have better relationships. They have better health. Everything is better for those who are happy. And this isn't just, you know, this isn't just my opinion. This is backed by research, guys. This has been heavily researched by peer-reviewed academic journals. So, so today you don't say anything. We are talking about positive psychology. We're talking about happiness and the definition of happiness. Okay, with regards to the research, not just my opinion. This isn't just what I think happiness is. This isn't just what anybody thinks happiness is. This is what the research has defined happiness to be. Okay, and in the world of positive psychology. So that was the first one. P, positive emotion. All right, engagement is the second one. So P, E. We're on to E. Hello, what's up, Tina? Good to see you. So we're on to E. So engagement, flow. Huge amount of research has said, has been found to, I'm going to pull a couple more books over here. Sorry to jump out of the screen for a second there, but this is an amazing book by, hello, Blissful Hi. So by Mihai Csikszentmihalyi about engagement, about flow. Okay, so I'm a positive psychology enthusiast. Yes, I did study I studied psychology in college. Yes, I would be right here, right now, talking to you guys, for sure. So yeah, it's good to see you, Tina. And so what is flow? So engagement, right? Engagement is another way. We were talking about positive psychology and happiness. I don't know if you read the title. Don't say anything. So yeah, what is happiness? What is the definition of happiness? That is what we're talking about. So yeah, flow it's really, really powerful, right? Flow or engagement. So what is flow? This guy named Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, it's hard to say his name or pronounce it if you're just reading it, but he's an amazing researcher and I would say one of the fathers of positive psychology. And he said that, and he's greatly studied this thing he calls flow or engagement. And so the act of engaging in something that completely consumes you in an enjoyable way. All right, so something, and not just anything, but something that is both challenging and taps into your natural ability. Okay, the perfect balance between boredom and anxiety. It isn't so easy that it's boring, and it isn't so hard that it causes you anxiety. So, you know, there's a difference between those two. So you can feel incredible positive emotion and happiness in that engagement, in that flow experience. We experience immense happiness while we are in the state of flow. So when we are, for example, doing something that is difficult, for example, yeah, right, Abba, like water skiing, for example, for me. So water skiing for me, and you know, if you wouldn't mind keeping your language down, otherwise I'm going to go ahead and block you, Santa. Thank you so much for being here, but I just want to keep it undistracted for the viewers who are here to learn about positive psychology and happiness. So hello from New York City. So yeah, exactly, PG. So yeah, if we're in that that flow experience, like for me, it's positive. It's water skiing, right? What is happiness? So we're talking about it right now. WR 415. So happiness is what we're defining, and we are on positive. We just talked about positive emotion, and then engagement. We're on engagement right now. So for me, flow, this flow experience between boredom and anxiety, right? So it's not boring for me to ski. It's hard. It's a difficult experience. It's something that I can, that I have to use my natural abilities, right, to do, and then also that isn't so hard that it causes anxiety and fear, right? So when I'm skiing, oh, gotcha. Oh, in a funk. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, when you're in a funk, it's tough. And come back, please. Follow you guys. These are a lot of really good questions. I'd love to have you come back. Please follow me. I do talk about these things every day and how to apply these things. Right now we're just talking about the definition of happiness. Actually, later on today, I'm gonna be talking about how we can use positive psychology to overcome addiction. That's something that causes quite a bit of the lack of happiness, I guess you could say. So water skiing is something that creates, thank you so much for helping me to stay on track, Abba. Water skiing for me, it's something that it takes a lot of natural skill, something that I'm naturally good at, and focus, and a lot of ability, natural ability to make it happen. It's something that is a challenge, right? But when I'm doing it, I know that I'm exercising my strength, right? And then but it's not so hard that it causes anxiety and that it causes me to think that I can't do it at all. So it's that balance. It's the balance between boredom and anxiety. So that's something that I think is really, really a powerful way to experience happiness, is in that flow experience. Okay, so that's the second one. So P-E, now we're on to R, relationships, guys. So our meaningful social connections, so this is the R of PERMA. R, so relationships, or social relationships, positive relationships, our meaningful social connections are the #1 predictor of our well-being and our happiness. When I asked what happiness was to people on social media, on Periscope a few days ago, and also on Facebook Live, I found so many people were just saying, happiness to me is being with the people that I love. And I think that's really true. I think that's very true. There's a ton of research that backs that up. People who have social connections, who have multiple people who they feel like they could call at 3 in the morning to ask for help, for example. That is huge. That's huge. That's a huge part of our happiness. And whether you're going to do some amazing thing, or go travel to an amazing place or whatever, nobody wants to do that alone. Everybody wants to have somebody there to experience it with. And the research shows that that's true. So thank you so much. No, you guys, you're free to comment. I just may not get to your comments right at the same time. I may have to come back to them. I'm using a tool that can allow me to look at your comments and come back to them later. So Periscope, they kind of disappear after a second, but this tool allows me to go back and check them out. So that's the R of the PERMA, right? So what is M? So the M is meaning. So everybody, meaning is found, I think, in many ways, but it is contributing to, I think, it's contributing to and feeling like you are a part of something that is greater than yourself. Many people find it in religion or spirituality. Many people find it in service to their community. Many find it in raising children and seeing their grandchildren, for example. Exactly, purpose. Go on to do great things. Meaning is a powerful way to find happiness. Finding that meaning, right? Doing something that contributes to something bigger than you. So how many of you guys do you feel like you're a part of something that is greater than yourself? Whether it's a church, a religion, a cause, right? A nonprofit organization, a family even, right? Everybody's a part of a family. Not everybody feels that way about their family, but do you guys feel like you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself? If there's any of you who do, please, I'd love to hear what it is. If not, it's something that is absolutely going to contribute to your happiness, your sustainable happiness. So the universe, whatever it is for you. I'm not going to go into this too deeply, but they've done a lot of research on money, right? And money only goes so far, and once you get to that point where where you hit that I guess the millionaire dilemma, right? Where you've got enough money to how many of you guys have enough money that you don't ever have to worry about money again? I don't know. That'd be cool if there was somebody in here. There are a few millionaires here on Periscope. One of them lives in the same city as me, and he's really cool. His name's Roger. But once you get to that point, you hit this dilemma of like, well, now what, right? And when you feel like you're a part of something greater, right? Yeah, I wish too. When you feel like you're part of something greater than yourself, then you increase in that happiness and it sustains. No matter how much money you have or don't have, you feel like you're a part of something greater. So, and it's so important. Yes, exactly. Is it Ether Gray? I'm not sure how to say that. But that is so important to feel like you're a part of something bigger than you. So whether it's a cause or an organization or a community thing in your community where you live, or a church, I think for me it's a part of being. I mean, I'm a believer. I believe in God as well, but I also am a part of this cause, which I put in the hashtag Perma51 of helping more people in the world to be happy. I believe in that cause. I believe that it's possible to do it, and I want to help more people to do it as well. So for me, it's that meaning, finding meaning. Yeah, absolutely, not a problem. So let me see. I'm gonna see what your name is. Gray. Okay, Gray. Thanks for being here, Gray. It's awesome. So to have you here. So meaning, right? And then achievement is the last one. So we just went through PERMA, right? PERMA. And the last one that's been researched a lot is achievement. And I like to call this, I mean, this is just my own term, but potentialism. Okay? I'm a potentialist. I'm somebody who likes to go after my potential. What I'm, what can I accomplish, right? So yeah, not a problem. Thanks for being here. Please come back for more. Follow if you're not following already. If you want to be happier, I talk about how to be happier. Today we're just doing a definition of happiness with the research. But if you want to be happier and you want to find practical ways of doing it, come back every day. I talk about it every day of how we can do it. Every single morning I talk about it, morning where I am at least. So live from Huntington Beach, California. But yeah, good evening from Paris. Oh, I'm glad to have you on here. It's so good to see you. So we're just talking about the last thing, Tess, which is the definition of happiness in the research. So the A of PERMA, the PERMA theory of well-being, which is achievement. Okay, setting meaningful goals that allow you to look into the future brings tons of happiness, right? And especially into your future self. All right. So the increase of hope brings happiness, I think. And hope, I believe, and Shane Lopez has done a ton of really awesome research on hope, okay? Hope is the ability to see a better future for yourself and the confidence that you have the power to make it so. Excuse me. So the ability to see something better for yourself in the future and the power to make it so. All right, so that's something that's I think is so powerful to have, so important to have real hope. Okay, hope that you can change your circumstance. All right, so I think that's a huge part of achievement, and being able to look into the future, and setting those goals that you can accomplish, and then knowing that you can actually accomplish them. So that's a huge piece of happiness. So, having something to look forward to, anticipation. There's a ton of research on anticipation, right? Is anticipating something great in the future. That they've actually shown that the emotions, the positive emotions that you experience while looking forward to and anticipating an event, a happy event in the future, are the exact same and sometimes even more powerful than the actual event itself. So, for example, if you're looking forward to a vacation in the future, what are you guys looking forward to? If you're looking forward to a vacation or something, hey, thanks so much for being here, Tina. It's good to see you. And you're looking forward to something in the future. If you think about that, if you just keep it in your mind and in your heart, you can experience the exact same emotions and sometimes even more powerful than the actual event that you're looking forward to. I think it's really interesting. I think true hope helps us to overcome helplessness, which I believe helplessness is the opposite of happiness. And optimism, I think, is the force that ignites our belief that we are capable of pursuing all of these things that I've been talking about. So something that Elizabeth Naomi Hampelbeck, I think that's how you say it, but she talked about this in one of the other posts that I did. She said that knowing your purpose, happiness is knowing your purpose, and I think this has to do with achievement, which is the last thing in the PERMA theory. But knowing your purpose or calling in life and finding ways to fulfill and magnify that purpose and calling. I think that's really important, really powerful to do. And being okay with, she also said this, being okay with who you are and where you are now, but being anxious to be better and knowing that you can improve. So, guys, I just want to do a quick little scope this morning about what is happiness, the definition of happiness, not just what I think happiness is, but this is something that a lot of the researchers have shown that happiness is, which is this PERMA theory of well-being, and P for positive emotion, E for engagement or flow, R for relationships, hello, M for meaning, and A for achievement. Going after that goal and knowing what your potential is and really striving towards that. So happiness is, being able to go after, that potential, striving after your potential and that joy that you feel in striving. So that has nothing to do with the broadcast, but I think Turkish people are wonderful. So, books I recommend for depression and anxiety. Absolutely, I will show you one right now. Great book called Feeling Good. Actually, I'll show you two. So for depression and anxiety, and I would like to talk about, I'm going to be talking about this tomorrow, actually. And so this is an amazing book by David Burns. He's done some great research on depression and anxiety, how to overcome it without medication. And then this is another really amazing book about overcoming depression and anxiety called When Panic Attacks. Okay, really, really powerful books, guys. So tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but I would highly recommend those. So not a problem, not a problem. And Yaki, thank you for that question. Please come back. You guys, if you aren't following me, please do so. Just tap the little guy in the bottom of the screen. I think it's over here on your guys' screen. And follow. Love to have you guys come back for more positive psychology and practical ways to be happier every day that are backed by science. So good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. See you guys.